Hey guys, Chris here. I've been driving this Golf SportWagen for about the last 3 days, and I wanted to kind of give some overall thoughts and opinions on what it's like to kind of live with after the first day, after kind of the initial impressions that I gave in the other video a few days ago. So I've kind of come to the conclusion that this may be one of the best daily driver options out there. It kind of has everything you need and nothing you don't. It has a ton of space in the back. Earlier today I put my mountain bike in the trunk, and it was just so easy. Just pull the front wheel off, throw it in, take it out. It's just so practical. I have a few gripes, a few little minor complaints, but no car is perfect, but still I'm going to go over them later on in this video. Let's take it for a drive, and we'll just kind of go through some of this stuff really quickly here. I don't want to make this too long of a video because I've already talked about a lot of the stuff on this car, but I kind of wanted to share some of my enthusiasm about it because it is a really nice, well-rounded package. So first of all, one of the biggest things I do enjoy are just Volkswagen OEM sound systems are great. This isn't anything special. It's no premium sound package, I don't think, or anything like that. Let me double check on that, but yeah, this is just the standard sound system. Anyway, it sounds great. It has nice, deep, rich basses, clear treble, nice midtones. It's just a really enjoyable system to listen to. Secondly, I've been getting really good fuel economy. Extended period is saying 33.8 miles to the gallon for the last 100 miles. And that's been a pretty even mix of both city and highway. I haven't been hypermiling. I've basically just been driving normally. The actual real world MPG is probably a little bit lower. These readouts are usually a little bit inaccurate, a little bit over the reality, but that's okay. And the other thing I really appreciate is just the overall feel and quality on this car. All the touch points are really nice. Visibility is really good. It's just a pleasant place to be, and it's actually a pretty fun car to drive. The DSG is just so good that it kind of adds another dimension of enjoyment to this car. The car just has a very sharp and accurate and just kind of a very refined feel to it because of that transmission. The shifts are crisp, the throttle is smooth, the transmission does exactly what you need it to do, and it doesn't make for a bad driving experience either. There isn't a ton of power from this 1.8 liter, but it's definitely adequate. Another thing I really like about this car is the ride quality. It is so smooth. It's so supple over bumps. Really, I mean, for me personally, it's a pretty big change from all the sports cars that I drive on a pretty regular basis. And it's just nice to have a car that's comfortable. You can take it over all the bad potholes, and it just glides over everything like it's no big deal. It's really nice. One thing I'm not that crazy about is there's this cruise control layout. It's kind of a minor nitpick, but I think it looks good, and in concept it makes sense, but in practice it falls a little bit short. And the only reason I'm really complaining about it is because in the Mark 6 generation of Jetta, Golf, GTI, they had a really nice cruise control setup that was kind of a stalk behind the steering wheel. And it was really intuitive. It was really easy to use. You could just do it without even looking at it. This, I find myself having to look down even after a few days of using it and see what button I'm pressing. And for something that I'm using so often, it's a little bit of an annoyance. So I think Volkswagen could have executed that a little bit better. And there isn't really a lot of feel to differentiate between which button you're pressing. So there's that. It is really quiet in here, especially on the highway. There's very little wind noise, very little engine noise, very little tire noise. that's probably the best part about this car, is just the fact that you could just get in, drive, and it's a really nice stress-free driving experience. But you know, you're getting good gas mileage, you're having a little bit of fun on the way. This is an enjoyable car to drive in normal situations. It's not boring. It may look and seem a little bit dull, but the more I drive it, the more I kind of appreciate the little subtle amounts of quality throughout the entire car. And I think for 25 grand, that's something that you don't necessarily get in this segment. One complaint I do have, this is kind of a weird thing that I'm not really sure why Volkswagen did it, but you can see here with the ignition. So let's say if I were to put it in park and turn the car off, if I turn the key right now, it's kind of I can't quite turn the car on with one swoop. I have to rotate my hand around again to fully rotate the key. Now, I don't know if that's to turn on the ignition, prime the fuel pump, and get all the systems running, and then to start the starter. Engineers may have done that for a reason. But at first, when I first started driving the car, it was a little bit of an awkward thing to do. One other minor gripe, I think this is kind of the case with all Volkswagens. It definitely has been in all the cases that in all the Volkswagens that I've driven in the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. These days, everyone's on their phone at traffic lights. You kind of have to, I find myself giving people just little beeps to kind of get going. Come on, let's go, get off your phone. And in this car, there's no quick short beep. You press it and it's just a little bit aggressive. So, and if you just hit it, nothing happens. So if you honk your horn a lot, that could be annoying. If you're in New York City or any large area, here in Michigan, nobody honks their horn. I'm kind of the only one. I feel like kind of an asshole for it, but you know, don't have all day. Got to get places to go, people to see, things to do. But otherwise, this is a really solid little car. One thing I don't care about with the styling are the wheels, but that's an easy fix. You know, you throw on some little bit nicer OEM Plus wheels on here, and the car would look really good. Snag something from a GTI or something like that, but I think overall it's just it's a really, really well-rounded package. And I would highly recommend it if you're in the market, if you're looking around. You pretty much don't need anything else as far as a daily driver goes. This kind of checks all the boxes. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Hopefully I've covered just about everything. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and all that stuff. And we'll see you, we'll probably see you in the next one here. I don't have a press car coming in this next week, but after that, we might have a couple Camaros coming in, and definitely a Volvo. I believe we have a Volvo XC90 next week that I'll be doing a quick review on. So stay tuned for that, and until then, we'll catch you guys later. Take care.